Well, good afternoon, gang. Welcome back to Feral Woodcraft. Thank you very much for joining me today. We are talking about a Bark River knife. I know, big surprise, it's a knife, sharp and pointy. It's kind of an addiction of mine, but this is the Matterhorn. Again, it is from Bark River Knives. And this is honestly one of my favorite Bark River knives to come out in 2016. The Matterhorn, and I'm kind of hesitant to say this, but the Matterhorn is not strictly a bushcraft knife. It is more, in my opinion, a hunting knife and a general outdoorsy knife. You know, you're going hunting and camping, stuff like that, you know, make tent pegs and cooking utensils and stuff like that. This isn't a knife you're gonna wanna take out in the woods and just pound through a bunch of wood. Now, that's not to say that it won't do it. It's just, as you can see from the profile here, it's not specifically designed to do that like a lot of our more modern bushcraft-esque blades, you know, Kepards and wood lures and other survival bushcrafty styled designs. This is more so, in my opinion, like I said, it is a hunting knife. Again, this is the Bark River Matterhorn. The overall length is 8.775 inches long. The blade length itself is 4.5 inches long. The cutting edge is 4.125 inches long. The height of the blade is 1.125 inches. The thickness of the blade is 0.156. The blade steel is A2 tool steel, hardened to 58 to 60 Rockwell. The weight is a mere 4.75 ounces. And as usual, it does come with a standard Bark River sheath, which you do have an option to weatherproof it for $15 on knife ship free and DLT trading. The price point on this Matterhorn, depending on which scale material you choose, starts at around $200. As you can see, up front here, it does have a very fine point. It does have a swedge on top, or false edge, whatever you want to call it. It is not sharp to your finger. It is nicely rounded, so it's very comfortable. For striking a ferro rod, you do have a bit more of a sharp 90 back here, but again, it's a soft 90, but it does work for striking a ferro rod as well. That swedge coming to meet in the point, it makes for a very fine point if you're wanting to puncture something, puncture skin or whatnot. It does stab very well. And it does also thin down that tip just a little bit, just to make it a bit more easy, say if you're sliding it underneath the skin of a deer. And that swedge provides a nice index point for your other finger, so you can keep control of the knife even if you get a little bit slick with blood. Coming down here, this guard, it works nicely as an index for keeping control of the knife while you're choked up and don't have a full hand grip around the knife. The width of the blade, while it is very low profile, it is wide enough to get a firm grip with your fingers up here, just to kind of aid in slicing and controllability. The overall profile of this blade is a very slicey blade. It is a very hunting-esque blade, a very camp knife or hunter's knife, trapper's knife, something like that. Again, it's not one of those knives that you would consider to be a bushcraft or survival knife that you would expect to go out and spend weeks on end just beating the tar out of this knife. I'm not saying this knife can't do it, it's just it has a slightly different design purpose behind it. Now, moving back down from the blade down to the handle is very comfortable. I would classify this as a smaller type handle, but at the same point in time, its contours and just the way it fits in the hand makes it very comfortable. As you can see, it wraps around your fingers. It's very comfortable on the hand. Also, one thing I want to point out, kind of a bunny trail here, but it's a perfect time to talk about it. As you can see, this micarta, the handle scales are seamed perfectly. You can kind of see the seam right there in the pommel, but overall, it's almost like one piece of micarta. This is a full tang knife. The tang is just below the surface of this micarta. They have, for aesthetic purposes, they have just kind of encased it in micarta. It is very aesthetically pleasing in my opinion. But again, back to the comfort of the handle. Like I said, I would consider it to be a tad on the smaller side, but that doesn't put it out of the realm for being comfortable for me. It is very comfortable in the hand. It is very light, very quick, very controllable. And again, the size and the shape, especially right back here where your pinky can kind of grab on the pommel, it provides for a lot of alternative gripping styles. So whoever has actually butchered an animal knows you have to hold your knife in many different ways to fit down in the crevices, fit behind the organs or whatnot. So you never know exactly how you're going to be holding your knife. And this is very comfortable in the hand and allows for all those various unpredictable positions, so to speak. It is extremely light in the hand, fairly corrosive resistant. As you can see, it has picked up a patina, but I have been kind of abusive on it on purpose. I wanted to see what all of you would take before it started picking up a patina, and it has done amazingly well. I have been using this knife as a chef's knife for probably 6 weeks, almost on a daily basis, and while I have washed it, I have not treated it like a higher carbon content knife like 01 or something like that. I have not oiled this at all. As you can see, it has picked up a minor patina here and there, but overall it has fared very well. just to kind of wrap this up and bring it all together. What are my honest thoughts on this knife? I really like it. This would be an excellent, at least in my life, an excellent backpacking or hiker's knife. It's nice and light, nice and comfortable. It's not extremely heavy. It will get done everything I need to do. And honestly, on a backpacking trip, one of the main things that I look forward to at the end of each day is making a really good meal. And this enables that very well. And also, I'm really looking forward to next year's hunting season. So hopefully I can give this a proper and more in context workout, because like I said, I really feel like this is an excellent hunting style knife, and I would really like to have a chance to use it in its prime environment, so to speak. Anyway, gang, as I mentioned, the price point on these starts out about $200, depending on what scale material you choose. You can find these on Knife Ship Free, also on DLT Trading. Links for both of those sites will be down in the description box. Guys, thank you very much for joining me today. I've had a lot of fun showing this off to you. I hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. If you have found this video helpful, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button for me. I would appreciate it. And also, if you'd like to see more videos such as these, I invite you to make use of that red subscribe button down below. And as always, folks, hit up that comment section. Let's talk about this knife, any other knife, or any other subject you'd like to talk about. Anyway, thank you again for being here, and I will see you guys next time. Hope you have a great day. Quinoa, onion, green pepper, and some beef. It's an excellent mix. Seasoned with just a little bit of salt, pepper, and garlic. It's very tasty.